Alright guys, so this is my trade analysis and execution on V25. What I want to do in this video is to take you through what I did, the entire analysis and all that. And so if you look at this, we can see we had a trendline breakout and price found support at previous support level after it broke out of the trend. And then we had a rally into potential reversal zones. Right, and so what we are going to do is to now go down to the lower time frame and take a closer look at these potential reversal zones. And so over here we have our fair value gap, and the gray shaded area represents our supply zone, and the horizontal line represents our support that's going to act as resistance. And so with this, I'm anticipating a rejection at the fair value gap, or either the supply zone or the horizontal line. Alright, and once that is achieved, I want to see price fall all the way down here past previous support levels or support zones. Once price breaks out of the support zone, what I want to see is to see price retest that previous support zone, which this time around is going to act as a resistance, and then we get a rejection at the previous support zone, 10 resistance, so that we can finally get price falling even further below up until it gets to our take profit.
3 days later.
Alright, so as you can see, price respected our reversal zones. I've been in this trade for 3 days now, and if you take a closer look, you realize that price reacted to the supply zone. Alright, we had a rally into the supply zone, and then we saw a quick rejection, which was followed by a bearish engulfing candle, and then price fell massively. So over here, I added position to the position that I already took, and I'm going to explain why that was the case. And so if you've watched my previous video, I'm sure you are already privy to the information. Alright, for those of you who have watched my previous videos, you know. So the reason for adding position is that I saw a bearish engulfing candle close below the 20 EMA, and like I always say, once you have that condition met, you just want to ensure that the RSI line also crosses below the 50 level and then retest the 50 level. So you want to see a breakout and retest of the 50 level on the RSI, and this should align with the bearish engulfing candle close below the 20 EMA. Once these two conditions are met, you can go ahead and add positions to your trade. And so like I said, that explains why I decided to add positions to the trade. And so I do not always sit behind the laptop. I don't always monitor the trade. So I missed out on an opportunity to add more positions. Okay, so ideally I should have been able to add position to this particular trade right here. Okay, right here. And the reason for saying that is the same reason. Okay, nothing new, it's the same thing. Let me just turn on the 20 EMA. Nice. All right, so now pay attention, guys. If you look at the charts, the same pattern occurred. All right, over here we have a bearish engulfing candle closing below the 20 EMA. Followed by a close below the 50 RSI line. So we had a close below and retest of the 50 RSI line. Alright, and so once these two conditions were met, that should have been a perfect opportunity to add positions to this trade. So that being said, what I want to do now is to take some partials off, but before that I just want to mark out potential reversal zones. So what do I look for? I look for support. All right, and this right here is a perfect area to do that. So we have support here. This is likely to be a potential reversal zone. Now if price fails to respect this support level, what I want to see is for price to break out and then retest the support. So once price breaks out of this support level, if it fails to respect it, then the support in turn becomes resistance, right? And so we then may see a rejection at that previous support, which now will be acting as resistance. And then from there, move all the way down to the TP. Alright, so don't forget the TP is still in place. That is our final take profit, and I'll try and hold this trade up until it gets to that particular level, until I see any price action to invalidate my original bias or directional bias. I am still going to hold this trade.
A few moments later.
Beautiful.
That was legitness.
So guys,
Yeah, it was. Huh?
This was a success. This was a good trade. We can finally take all positions off the market.
Yeah, boy.
This was a very good trade.
Lovely.
Stress-free, actually. It just, after it started falling, it just kept on falling, just like that. And so I'm going to take all positions off the trade now. Nicely done. And I'm going to leave this particular position running. So what I want to do now is to move my stop loss and put it in front of my position, and then this becomes a risk-free trade. All right, guys, thank you. That will be all for today.